Hello and welcome back to my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Today I am doing a brand new segment, and it's basically what is your sexual energy for September 2020. I have been trying to think of something new to do for my channel for a read, and I thought how fun it would be to do sexual energy because I have not seen a lot of that happening on YouTube, and I think it would be a very fun thing to explore. Okay, so I do have my Decameron Tarot that I'm using. There is a lot of nudity and sexual acts in these cards, so if you're not okay with that, then maybe you might want to skip this read. And I'm also using my Moonology cards because I'm hoping that the moon can kind of guide our time frame. And some of these moon cards also include some zodiac signs, so maybe that could help guide you to see who this is going to be happening with. Maybe not, doesn't have to be that sign, but it could just be a little bit of a clue. So tomorrow, today's September 1st, tomorrow is the start of a new moon, and we may end up having a new moon at the end of the month, so whatever happens, it's just a guide for the time frame. I'm not sure that this is going to happen tomorrow, but if it's a full moon, it could happen at the end of the month. Okay, so let's start. We are doing right now Aries. I just did Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, so we are on Aries. So let's see Aries sexual energy for the month of September 2020. Aries sexual energy for the month of September of 2020. All right, I'm going to pull cards, not do flyers. All right, okay, so your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So we are entering a new moon. We are entering a full moon. So the new moon happens about halfway through, and Taurus came up. Let's see if it is a Taurus. Okay, it could not, but it could be. All right, so let me give these cards a nice shuffle for Aries and see what is in store for Aries sexual energy for the month of September 2020. So far, these have been a lot of fun. I've done already a few, and I think I've seen some great advice for sexual energy. Okay, so Aries, sexual energy for September 2020. All right, we'll do one more, and then I will pull 6 cards and see if a Taurus is involved. Okay, we're going to cut the deck. Okay, we got the Sun, the High Priestess. Ooh, we've got some secrets, and the Sun, the Magician. Oh my goodness. Okay, Aries, you definitely have been thinking a lot about sex. All right, let's see. And of course, this doesn't resonate with everybody, but those of you who it does resonate with, I'd like to hear from you. The Star. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. The World. You have all major arcana so far. And you have the 8 of Wands. All right. Okay, Aries. All major arcana. Big themes. All right. So I feel that you have some sexual fantasies, Aries, that you are, really wanting to express. And I'm kind of getting that it could be a little bit out of the ordinary. So it's not something that you have really expressed to, if at all, but to many people. And they're just kind of fantasies that you feel maybe a little bit not traditional. It's not what most people are into. Okay, so I started this read and I gotta end it. I feel that some of it has to do with just a little S&M, and just something that you're not really very comfortable expressing, but you do fantasize a lot about it. And maybe it's experimentation also with same sex is what I'm seeing in the cards. And I'm getting more, I think more of like a threesome type with like same sex and opposite sex as well. So I feel that this is something that you might be expressing. I'm not seeing Taurus here for the read. I am seeing an Aquarius for sure. Okay, so it could be with an Aquarius. It could be with an Aquarius and a Taurus. I don't know, Aries, but those are the two signs that I'm getting here. I'm not seeing it Taurus here, but I'm seeing it up here. So in mid-month, either you are going to have an opportunity to express these desires with somebody. If you are in a relationship, you might be suggesting this with your partner. And I can't tell you if they're going to be that receptive to it, but you know, it could be something that you can try doing. I am going to read the underlying energy, and the underlying energy is the 5 of Wands. I'm going to go out on a limb here because I'm going by my gut feeling, really. But I feel like if you bring up a threesome, it may get shut down, Aries. So you might want to be careful if that's kind of more of the thoughts that you're having, if it's with a current partner. It could also be that if you are going to suggest something like that it's going to be more successful for those of you who are not in committed relationships, but you are kind of getting to know people, meeting people around, that you might get a fantasy fulfillment that way. But for those of you who are currently in a relationship, I'm not seeing that happening. For most of you. Some of you could, but I'm seeing also some kind of non-traditional sexual things also that you might be fantasizing about. There's a lot of sexual fantasy going on with you, Aries, and I feel for those of you, again, I'm repeating myself, but for those of you who are in newer type of relationships where you haven't been together a long time, I feel like that's where some of these fantasies are going to becoming more true. I'm also picking up a little bit on some Aries, not all, very, very few of you, that you are actually considering going out of your relationship to try to get some of these sexual fantasies fulfilled. Okay, I am getting that out of the World card, and I feel like the star is also sort of indicating that as well, that you might be looking elsewhere to just kind of get some of those, to scratch that itch that you may be having. Those of you who are already in committed relationships. Again, those of you who are not, it's more likely that you can meet somebody toward the middle or the end of the month that are going to be willing to do that, especially if it's kind of more or less out there, like you kind of know that that's what you're looking for, and they kind of figure out that's what you're looking for. For some of you Aries out there, you could be experimenting in some same-sex type of acts as well. Okay, so if you've been kind of thinking about that, it looks like, the month of September, mid-September, may be the month where some of that may come true for you. Okay. This one's kind of all over the place, to be honest, but it's basically, from what I gather, like the biggest feeling I have for Aries for this spread is that there's a lot of fantasy going on mentally, and this might just be the month where you're going to be looking to act out on some of those fantasies, okay? Again, if you are in a long-term relationship, some of these things that you ask or mention that you're wanting, and more so third party. I don't see that flying very well with most people. So I don't know if that's something you're still willing to talk about or bring up, but I would say you might want to put that one in your back pocket if you want your relationship to not change, or not to not have like those fights over it or whatever. You know, you may not end up feeling very good about it in the end. So that's what I am seeing. And I am seeing this, you know, your dreams need a practical plan. You probably going to have to, especially if you're going to step out, that you need to be practical. Like, really think about what you're doing and if that's what you're going to do. I don't want this to be a warning read. I just want it to be more of, you know, what's the energy for you for the month of September. But, you know, this does have the practical plan, and just, you know, be practical. It's in the oracles, so I'm reading it. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I pick up anything else. Just a lot of, with this magician, like a lot of fantasy wish fulfillments. Not that they're going to be fulfilled, but a lot of things that are on your mind, Aries, for this month. And for some of you, I feel that you will get your wish fulfillments. Okay, but those of you, you know, some of you are going to have to maybe wait a little bit and not bring certain things up just yet. Okay, so that's your read, Aries. If this resonates with you, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel. I would really love to hear some feedback on this and see what you have to say, what you think, and if any of this has really come to fruition for you, Aries. Thank you for visiting my channel. I will see you later. Bye-bye.